Little girl begged bikers, "My stepfather wants to take me away." Watch what bikers did. The roar of motorcycle engines echoed through the quiet street as a group of bikers stopped for a short break. They weren't expecting company, especially not a trembling little girl with tear-filled eyes clutching the strap of her tiny school bag. She rushed toward them, breathless and scared, whispering words that froze every biker where he stood. "My stepfather. He wants to take me away, please. Please don't let him." In that moment, everything changed. These men, rough on the outside but fierce protectors on the inside, knew they were dealing with something far bigger than a simple cry for help. They didn't know who the stepfather was or what his intentions were, but they could clearly see one thing. The little girl was terrified, and when bikers see fear in a child's eyes, they don't walk away, they stand guard. This is the story of what happened next. The little girl's Secreth sun was beginning to set as the bikers parked their motorcycles near a small roadside cafe. They had just finished a long ride and were ready to relax, laugh, eat, and share stories. But before anyone could even order a drink, a tiny shadow approached from behind a tree. She was no more than 8 years old, wearing a school uniform, dusty shoes, and a backpack almost bigger than her. Her eyes darted nervously around, as if expecting someone to appear at any moment. Jay, the president of the biker group, noticed her first. "You all right there, kiddo?" he asked gently. The girl hesitated, swallowing hard. "See, can I stay here for a minute?" The bikers exchanged confused glances. Kids didn't usually run toward them, they usually ran away. But something about this girl was different. She wasn't scared of them. She was scared of someone else. Jay knelt down, softening his voice. "What's your name?" "Lena," she whispered. "And where's your mom?" The girl looked down at her shoes. "She's at home, working. She doesn't know I came here." Another biker, Rico, leaned forward. "Why do you run to us, Lena?" Her hands shook as she held the straps of her backpack. Because my stepfather came to school today. He said he was taking me with him." She paused, voice cracking. "But he scares me. I don't want to go." The bikers stiffened slightly, not out of anger but out of instinct. Every one of them had seen tough situations, and they knew the look of genuine fear when it appeared. Jay spoke softly. "Lena, did someone tell him he can take you?" "No," she shook her head. "My mom didn't say that. She told me yesterday she'd be home early. But he came instead. And he was angry that I asked where she was." Rico exhaled slowly. "Did he try to grab you?" Lena nodded, "Just once, and that was enough." Jay placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "You did the right thing coming to us. You're safe now." But safety wasn't enough. They needed to do more. Jay stood up. "Boys, we're taking her home. And we're making sure she gets there safely." The engines growled to life. Not in aggression, but in protection. Lena climbed onto the back of Jay's bike, tiny hands gripping his vest tightly. The bikers didn't know exactly what waited at her house, but they were ready. The confrontation. At the house, a convoy of motorcycles pulled into Lena's street like a protective wall of steel. Neighbors peeked from behind curtains as the powerful engines rumbled to a stop in front of a small, worn-out house. Jay helped Lena off the bike. "You stay behind us, okay?" She nodded. As they approached the door, it suddenly flew open. A tall man stepped out, face twisted with anger. "There you are," he snapped at Lena. "Get inside, now." Jay calmly stepped between them. "She's not going anywhere until we talk." The man's eyes narrowed. "Who the hell are you?" "Friends," Jay replied. "And she came to us scared. We're here to make sure she's all right." "I'm her stepfather," the man barked. "That's all you need to know." Jay didn't raise his voice. "If that's true, then you won't mind answering a simple question. Why did she run from you?" The man's jaw tightened. "That brat lies. She's always lying." Lena flinched behind Jay. Rico stepped forward. "We didn't come to fight. We came to make sure this kid is safe. And with you shouting like that, you're not helping your case." The stepfather took a step closer. "Bad idea." Jay raised a hand calmly. "Nobody's here to start trouble. But if this little girl doesn't feel safe, we're calling someone who will settle this the right way." "You're threatening me?" The man growled. "No," Jay said softly. "But we are protecting her." Just then, the door opened again. Lena's mother stood there, breathless and confused. "Lena? What's going on? Who are these men?" Lena ran to her. "Mom, he tried to take me again." Her mother's face collapsed. "He what?" Before the stepfather could defend himself, Jay spoke. "Ma'am, your daughter came to us terrified. We brought her here safely." She wiped tears from her face. "Thank you. You don't know how much this means." The stepfather snapped. "You're believing a child over me?" "Yes," the mother said firmly. "Enough is enough." She stepped inside, grabbed a small bag, and placed it beside Lena. "We're leaving," she told her daughter. "Right now." The man tried to approach, but the bikers formed a silent wall. Rico pointed calmly. "Back off." It's over. For the first time, the stepfather realized he was outnumbered and outmatched morally. The mother and daughter walked toward the bikes. Can you help us? The mother asked. Jay nodded. We're not going anywhere. The Ride to Freedom bikers escorted Lena and her mother to a nearby help center that specialized in family protection. They didn't leave until everything was arranged: legal assistance, temporary housing, and safety protocols. As Lena sat beside Jay on a bench outside, she looked up with a shy smile. Thank you for coming when I needed someone. Jay smiled softly. You saved yourself, kiddo. We just showed up, but I didn't know who else to run to, she whispered. Jay placed his vest around her shoulders. Sometimes life puts people in your path for a reason. Inside the office, the mother finished paperwork and approached the bikers with tear-stained eyes. I don't know how to repay you. Jay shook his head. You don't owe us anything. Just take care of your daughter. That's all. The mother hugged Lena tightly, relief washing over her face. Rico handed her a small card. If you ever feel unsafe again, call us. Day or night. Lena looked at the bikers with admiration. Are you like superheroes? Jay chuckled. Not exactly. But we try to help when we can. The group shared a warm moment before the center's staff escorted the mother and daughter inside. They were finally safe and finally believed. As the bikers prepared to ride off, Jay noticed Lena standing in the doorway waving. He raised his hand in return. Rico spoke over his shoulder. Worth the ride? Jay smiled. Every second, the engines roared to life again, not as a threat, but as a promise that some people, no matter how rough they look, will always show up when a scared little girl needs someone to stand between her and the darkness. If you believe every child deserves protection and every mother deserves support, share this story and remind others that kindness doesn't need a cape. Sometimes it just needs a leather jacket and a brave heart.